Welcome to all inspiring chefs, cooks, anyone else who really wants to witness this butchery anymore. This is Griever, your guys' host. This is my bar. Different camera angle. Thought it might help my mood after reading this chapter this week. But it doesn't. We're not going to even call this cooking. We're not going to call this cooking. I apologize to people who like my punchline of a let's get cooking, but we aren't. We're not going to be cooking. We're not even going to be basting. Won't even be marinating. Now, this chapter 284, entitled The Dying Chef, is, well, as you can tell, it took half a beer for me to actually hit the record button. I tried recording this video many times. And you know what? In fact, I delayed recording the One Piece video because I don't want to be editing with bitter taste in my mouth. So I decided to get this one out of the way first and then go to One Piece, which was hype this week. So this chapter, it wasn't necessarily a bad chapter as standalone, but I have to stop giving credit to just good chapters on standalone, because overall it's terrible. You guys, some of you may or may not have seen my hour-long video. I apologize for the length of it, but my hour-long rant video about why this arc has failed so far and how it can fix itself and how it should have been handled in the first place to make it exciting again, but it didn't do that. And what they're doing right now is not helping the situation. All they did this chapter was introduce, here's a former cuisiner noir, and he's a dying old man. We're going to serve him his last supper like he's on death row sort of idea. And it's a bunch of no-names serving dishes. This feels like a cooking class again. Like it doesn't matter because we're getting no names. We know they're not going to pass. And of course, the noirs are going to pass. The only real key piece of information that we got from this chapter that has any relevance is that a lot of the noirs are still at the first gate, including the clown, the bunny hat-wearing chick from Majora's Mask level something, the dude with the piercings and the spiky, I'm pretending to be Jolteon's Pokemon trainer dude. They are still at the first gate with Soma, Alani, and Megami. So, at the very least, at least there's that much. At least they're not treating the noir like they're the most imposing thing in the world. The composing of the chapter with the old man was actually kind of interesting in a way. But I'm so tired of this that I couldn't even find his little, mistaking the bookmaster thing, trying to be all serious, and I'm a former noir, I'm probably top shit back in my day. I fought in the Imperial Army of Japan. I fought in war, bitch. And he's talking to the lantern and stuff, the Japanese-style lantern, Animal Crossing thing. That was funny, but because this chapter leaves such a bitter taste in your mouth waiting for something actually good writing to happen, I don't know what they wanted. This chapter can be summed up very simply. The old man is the judge. They have to appease the old man. A lot of people fail at pleasing the old man. The noir please the old man, and Soma is going to figure out the trick to pleasing the old man. That's chapter 284. Basically, have a good night, guys, because this is... What more do you want me to say about it? Some people are saying in the comment section that it's hard to write a cooking manga. It's hard to do that. Well, then I ask you, what was the first 200 chapters? Because the first 200 chapters might have had their plot problems, but it was still good. You cannot tell me that up until chapter 200, even up until volume 23 here, it was good. This story is not bad, and it's all cooking. And I can even go a step further and say add a few more battle shonen elements, and you get something like Toriko. So you cannot base this on, oh, well, it's hard to make a cooking manga. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'd rather reread Addicted to Curry than read the current chapters of Shokugeki no Soma. Like, it's just, like, I'd like to give this chapter merit on as a standalone, because the old man was fine and all that stuff as a new introduction for a judge. We got a little insight, you know. That's fine. I mean, it wasn't a great chapter by any sense, but there was nothing actually technically wrong with the chapter. But the fact of the matter is that this is not a necessary chapter. It's just like 282, which was a red herring. That was supposed to give us a bunch of info dumping. And we didn't get it. So even though the chapter was good, it wasn't a good chapter for the overall arc of the story and the plot lines. And now we're doing that again. We're going to have a bunch of one-off. It feels like we're jumping back into the murder case mysteries with Soma and Megami on a side story filler arc. We're going to do that for 5 chapters at the first gate. We're going to see Megami. We're going to see Eldani. It's like, no, stop fleshing them out. They're fleshed out. And they're actually worse than the other Elite 10 members. So why are they even here? I don't care. So if they spend from now up until chapter 300 focusing here on the first gate, Soma figuring out the trick to the old man, and watching Megami and Eldani actually flesh out their chapters just like the Regiment de Cuisine did, then not only have you broken your problem, which was pacing, but you didn't break it in the right way. You are now refocusing on the wrong characters that shouldn't even be at the Blue Tournament. The Blue Tournament shouldn't even have been before chapter 300. And so I just don't really know what more to say about this chapter. If you guys want to keep reading this butchery, you go right ahead and stuff. And I'm going to keep reviewing it until I can't stand it anymore. But I feel like the fairy tale level S crap that's going on here, and I just mean that in the fact that you just can't stand it anymore. You can't read it week to week. Eventually, like, I'm going through the stages. Like, right now, I was disappointed at first. Now, I'm kind of angry about it. Eventually, I'll get to the point where I'm going to laugh at it, and it's just going to be so stupid that I'm just not even going to care anymore. And I'm just going to have to remember the good old days. Because we are now 20 chapters into this new arc, and I see potential that was completely wasted, and nothing as of this chapter. They have wasted all the potential, and now there is literally nothing redeeming. Because the Blue Tournament is now a joke. Does anybody actually care what happens at the Blue Tournament anymore? Like, are we hyped for it? Because I'm not. Are you guys hyped for it? Let me know in the comment section down below. This is going to be a very short video. I'm not going through this page by page or panel by panel, guys. I already explained what happened in the chapter. It's not exciting. If you think it was, seriously, dislike the video and post in the comments what an asshole I am about hating on this and stuff. But literally, can you guys honestly sit back and think that this is good? That the potential wasn't wasted in the last 10, 15 chapters for good plot lines? That the blue didn't come too quickly, and now we're wasting time at the first gate judging with no-name characters we don't care? I don't know what to think anymore. I just don't. If you guys have any insight for me, please post it in the comments below. Even if you want to carpet bomb insults all through your statement, give me your honest opinion so I can try to rethink this in a positive light. Because I love this series, but I don't love what's happening now. That being said, guys, this has been Griever with your Behind the Bar reviews for Shokugeki no Soma Chapter 284, A Dying Chef. What did you all think of the chapter? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Either way, drink responsibly. We'll see you back here next time. I'm going to start reviewing One Piece now so I can feel happy and elated and hyped. Thanks, guys. See ya.